you're only allowed 15 total cards in your deck. When the match begins, you'll see a board with 3 rows or lanes with 5 squares apiece, and conveniently, you and your opponent each draw 5 cards. You are that emerald color and your opponent is red. You'll notice on the lanes are little tiny pawns with the same color. These pawns indicate 2 things. 1, where you can put a card, and 2, the cost of the card you can place there. Obviously, since you're just starting, you can only use a 1 pawn cost card. You can tell how much a card costs because of the pawn indicator on the top left of the card, which is either a 1 or 2 or 3, etc. Also on the card in the top right is the card's power. When placed, the card's power will be added to the total for that lane. Meanwhile, the box in the bottom middle of the card with the grid on it, those are the actions that will occur once you place the card. So the white square is the card you are currently holding, and then the yellow squares are where new pawns will spawn, meaning you can place a pawn in an empty square, replace an opponent's pawn, or increase the number of pawns on a square you already own, allowing you to then place a higher value card. To add some additional fun, some cards also have abilities. These cards have red squares. When you place these cards, if the location of the red square hits another one of your cards, it grants that card's ability to its neighboring card. The objective is pretty simple. You want to place cards to unlock pawns, to then place more cards, to then get a higher score. And then we tally points by lane. So if I have 1 point in lane 1 and my opponent has 8, they win the lane. And if in lane 2 I have 3 points and they have 5, they win that lane. But if in lane 3 I have 9 points and they have 0, I win the lane. But here's the thing, when you lose a lane, your score is lost, which means in this scenario, if I've won lane 3 9-0, it doesn't matter because I only scored a total of 9 while my opponent had the 8 plus 5 being 13. Make sense? So you have to make sure you don't focus too heavy on one lane because that is not a winning strategy.